Okay, in terms of supply, in fact, last year, when we talk about Asian bonds in the US dollar credit, it has been a record year where we saw something like 130 billion US dollars of issuance out of Asia. But the demand for it has been tremendous. That is mainly driven by, not just inflows from the West, but also within Asia. Fund managers like ourselves have been putting more money away from the local market to the US dollar markets. Similarly in Japan and other parts of Asia. And the other thing is private banks has been a very major player as well in the new issuance space now. I think before the global financial crisis, Asian private banks don't actually participate in Asian dollar bonds. But after the crisis, a lot of the private banks have been promoting this asset class to their client. So that has been a very strong support for new issuance. And well, just for January itself, if you could see that actually a lot of the new supply came through in the high yield sector rather than the investment grade at the moment. And the reason is because, like I mentioned, after the huge rallying, when I think a year ago, for example, one of the big property developer called Longfor in China, they used to trade about 9.5% for a 4 years paper. And recently, they came out with a 10-year issue, and they managed to issue at 6.8. So that tells you that there's a huge compression of yields, and it's a very good time for issuer to tap the market. So supply definitely has gone up in the first quarter, and we think it'll be very front-loaded for this year. So we are quite mindful about the supply, and we only participate in those that we think have good values and will be able to do well in the secondary market.